Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Welcome to the Texas Ticket. This is Armando, and I'm with Gina Rodriguez.
Gracias, with One Property Group in Montgomery, Texas.
That's right. And, you know, Montgomery, Texas is kind of on our focus today and here on the Texas Ticket today. And, again, you can find our show regularly on facebook.com/TXTicket.
Yes, that's correct.
And, guys, we'll just post all our episodes up there on a regular basis, and we hope y'all guys get a chance to watch it. This show today... Now, for all you amazing Conroe wonders out there, this show today. Special.
All right.
Special, Gina.
Okay, what is it? Tell me.
There's a lot going on. And there's a lot going on in the city of Montgomery, Texas.
Always.
Yeah. And,
yes.
You know, fall's a big deal out here in spring and summer. And I think everybody's just ready to get out of the house and this winter thing to stop. I know
it's been raining like crazy.
I'm a little embarrassed about spring's performance this year.
Why is that?
Doesn't look like they're really trying, you know.
What?
Winter keeps beating it up, and we're just going to go straight to summer.
We're ready.
It's
You gotta think positive.
Spring,
We're
come
ready.
on. You're not even trying.
Go for it.
You know, spring is to muscle up. One thing they did do is they stopped the clock from turning back. So this will be our last, time change.
Yes,
so there was some spring
right.
action.
Yes.
My garden's going crazy.
Tomatoes.
But with all this
cucumbers.
rain, we'll all need a sickle, to go chop down our yard. We need machetes,
No.
Get out there and clean it up. It's a little thick and muddy outside, and just about everywhere you go here in Montgomery County. But there's a lot going on this weekend.
Yes.
We're going to capture all that here for you today on this show. We're at the end of the show. We're going to come back and we're going to tell you about the Facebook.com/TXTicket Texas Punch Your Ticket moment of the show,
That's right.
Or Punch Your Texas Ticket moment of the show. And these are just events that you could punch your Texas ticket. And what we mean by that is just true Texan events that just help you be a little more Texan.
Right. It's all about Texas. Yes.
You go swimming down the Frio River. You're a little more Texan than most.
Who doesn't do that?
You go dancing at Whitehall.
I love it.
You go dancing at Whitehall. You're a little more Texan than most.
Right.
You buy fruit at from a coffee
market?
can at in Lukenbach, Texas, on the side of the road with no attendant. You're a little more Texan.
That's the best.
You ever sawzawed deer antlers from a ditch on the side of the road somewhere in West Texas? Okay, that's too much. You don't have to do that, but you can certainly punch it there. Anyway, what we're going to do today is we're going to have Shannan Reid, Montgomery, Texas Chamber of Commerce. She's going to be here on the show telling us a little bit about what's up and coming, especially the Montgomery Music in the Park. That's coming up. We also have
so excited.
We also have local country music Western artist, and I think he's a singer-songwriter, Aaron Kantor, on the show today. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got the Punch of Texas Ticket segment, of course, at the end of the show. But let's get this show started.
Let's do it.
With Shannan coming in from the Montgomery
Shannan.
Area Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Woo-hoo. Hello. Thanks for having me.
Welcome, Shannan. I am glad you're here, Miss Reid. And I wanted to bring in the director. They told me you're in charge of everything and anything going on in the city of Montgomery.
Yes.
Well, I don't know about all that. But
Well, next to the second to the
definitely in
mayor.
chamber.
Second to the mayor is Shannan Reid.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. We're having a whole lot of fun on our west side of the county. Absolutely. All that growth. It's exciting.
Oh, yes.
Never a dull moment.
I love
Gina's
it.
there.
Yes. One Property Group supports Miss Shannan, everybody that, not only the organization, all the businesses, the love.
Right. We have a culture, don't we?
It's beautiful. I love going and feeling that positive energy.
I know.
Of togetherness and everybody lifting each other up. So
Yeah,
thank you for
it's
that, Shannan.
huge.
And it starts from the top, so we appreciate that.
Thank you. Well, we work on that culture all the time. It's purposeful because we need to welcome the people that are coming, or else we'll lose who we are, and we don't want to do that.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's very
and it
important.
begins with you.
Thank
That's
you.
a blessing.
Thank you.
That's outstanding. And does the how does the chamber work with new businesses? Do they sign up? Do you reach out to them? Do they reach out to you, or should they? I realize it might be just prudent planning to contact the local chamber when you open up a business.
Of course.
If this isn't the action of the first action of the business that moves in, how do you?
It's certainly close to the first thing you should do. The chamber has branded itself as the trusted resource for any business, brand new or a lifetime long in Montgomery. We want to have those resources in a timely way that's valuable, that help them with real problems they're experiencing. So, as soon as you can contact the chamber, we've got those digital assets online. You can find them without a phone call or with a phone call. And then we have ambassadors from our organization that reach out, let people know the resources that we have. So it's a two-way front. We're reaching out and they're reaching to us.
Great. And you're constantly trying to light fires to stimulate business.
Of course.
This is the role, right? Am I wrong? I'm sure the motto is better interpreted. What is
the trusted resource? Absolutely.
Exactly.
I mean, if we can't do your business for you, but the next best thing is to be the wind beneath your wings, right? So we bring those resources in a timely way, and that bring value to the members. One of the things that I think sets Montgomery Area Chamber uniquely apart is that we're always thinking about what the businesses need from their own perspective. So we're not a fulfilling organization where we're just walking around trying to get members for our own glory or our own benefit. Really, it's about the business, and the buck stops there. So what is it our businesses need, and then how can we fill that? So we spend a lot of time with our board, with our strategic planning, looking from the perspective of the business owner rather than ourselves. Okay. And that has made all the difference.
And what is your designation with the state of Texas? So it's like we're a 501(c)(3). What is
501c6. So it is a membership-based organization. So not a charitable contribution kind of organization.
Are you self-sustaining?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we're a corporation. Mm-hmm.
I understand. I don't understand the dynamic between, that.
We're not a government agency.
I
So
see.
we're not a branch of the city of Montgomery. We are a standalone nonprofit org. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is very cool. And I think a lot of times when we call on people to come to the show, they don't realize no one here, it's a nonprofit. We don't get paid. We're here to benefit the businesses in the city of Conroe.
Sure.
And the local area, and that benefits the people of Conroe and the Conroe surrounding area, which goes almost all the way to Walden. And it does go all the way to Walden, and includes April Sound and so much more of our area. And I think these are all I guess pieces people don't understand. I think when folks, get a call from the chamber, they don't realize that we're here to help, or a nonprofit. I solicit them certainly to come on the program, and I have you as well.
Yeah.
But one thing we're not doing is putting our hand out, I mean, you don't see that from a nonprofit. I mean, we would love your donation. And when do I stop? Never, donate more, just like CCR said, and, when do they say stop? Never,
Never.
I mean, but we eat every day, we consume constantly, but yet we expect a single donation on a whim to satisfy. Well, I'll feed you once, and I hope it satisfies you the rest of your life. These conditions do not apply, right? A nonprofit has this way, just like a consuming meal. And I think that the city, when they understand that the fuel is your time here today, Shannan, thank you. And
sure.
You make a donation by being present, and I appreciate that. And so do you, Gina.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and those
So
are your
we're here.
contributions to the program, and as is mine. And so one of the things that's near and dear to my heart is that I'm class of '90, Montgomery High School, and you're in my hometown, and one I pay attention to for, I guess, obvious reasons. It's my friends. I see they're wearing colors. They're all either substituting or teaching or living in town that are still here and part of our programming and just part of our lives. And as I introduce them to my children, it ends up being a discussion of like, I went to high school with her
Yeah.
and her husband
yes, I'm
and
sure.
her husband. and she's wearing school colors right now. What, did you just leave the school? They're like, well, yeah, I tutor on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm like, really? So it is that close.
Isn't it so fun to see people coming back?
It is. It is.
I love
and
it.
When I went to school, they told me nobody ever leaves. Everybody that leaves comes back. And
it's nice.
It's true.
It's that hometown feel that people want to always relate.
I believe it.
Come back to that hometown
And we want
feel.
to treasure that.
Right.
Because as folks are moving here who didn't grow up in Montgomery, for us to be able to say, this is how we do it in Montgomery. This is the culture.
Right.
And we draw that line and say, this, if you want to be a part of this, that's wonderful and we want you. But we want you to be a part of this.
Exactly.
I do love the historical preservation group. Who does that? Who
The Historic Society.
There's one there in Montgomery?
Yes.
Are they members?
Yes, and they're very active in the community and work hard alongside our organization and others in the community and the city government there.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's nice.
And you know, we've had Byron on, and we've mixed with a few other of the mayors of the past and years gone by. And one of the things we're looking forward to is the I think it's the Freedom Fest, July. You have
first Saturday in July.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes, it was about 2013 when we decided, as patriotic as we are, we need to host something in the community
Definitely.
that we can
10 years ago.
I know that we can wave all our red, white, and blue beyond and then some. So we made that very approachable for all kinds of people. It's free to be in it. Just jump in with your kiddos. There is the parade is specifically no trailers, and we did that by design. At Christmas time, those big trailers and the giant floats are quite intimidating, and you feel like it takes a lot of investment and a lot of time.
Right.
Big organizations.
Oh, yes.
It's just more than a small family getting into the parade. So by making it no trailers, we've seen the sweet little kids come out and their tricycles, and we have somebody in like a pod racer from Star Wars. Have you seen that one come around? And
I saw it. It's cool.
Yes,
It's
so sweet. And we have the art cars that come up from Houston area and love being in our
those are
parade.
really cool.
So fun. But just seeing families or the scouts or a fun group of friends getting on some golf carts and coming through the parade is with all decked out red, white, and blue. It's fabulous. Stars and Stripes Forever.
I love the true. I love the real. Yes. And I'm sorry, with Stars and Stripes.
Stars and Stripes Forever is our theme this year.
Stars and Stripes Forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
going to
free.
be a lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
definitely.
It is fabulous. So
And now, this isn't the gem in the crown. There is something else coming that's even
I know,
bigger
we're thrilled about
than the Independence Freedom Fest.
oh well,
Go for it.
hands
Laterally,
down,
laterally.
Oh my
Different
gosh.
time. You can't be better than Freedom. We could be
That's true.
alternately later in the
But
year.
there's wine.
As something still,
So wine might trump freedom some days. No,
Yeah.
wine
I'm just
is
kidding.
freedom.
It has wine involved. No,
All kinds of freedoms, maybe more than we should be indulging in, but nevertheless, freedoms.
There you go.
And
There you go.
Right.
this will be the Montgomery Music in the Park.
Park. I'm thrilled
Tell
about
us.
this.
Tell us about it.
Well, we've been historically hosting Wine Fest,
Yes.
Montgomery Wine and Music Fest in the downtown streets.
Love that.
For 16 years, we did that. Phenomenal, year over year, improving customer experience and doing all of the things and bringing people, inviting them into our little piece of heaven for a day. We'd bring in wineries from across the state of Texas. We had up to 3 stages of music at one point. We've had Kojo on our stage before, Cody Johnson. We've had Flatland Cavalry on our stage.
outstanding.
We like to claim that we're the
Sundance Head.
launch pad for some of these amazing stars.
I bet. Yes.
Texas music stars. We've had a phenomenal run. And we took a break last year because I'll just be honest, meeting customer expectation and always improving and always bringing a better experience, which is our desire, while also
Right.
cherishing and protecting our historic district in town,
Yes.
logistically became so challenging for what we had a vision for and what we wanted to bring to the community.
Wow.
We had to press pause and retool. And what we have brought back is the best of the best. I'm thrilled with the new version, and I think everyone is going to be overwhelmed by what we're going to present. It's far bigger than just your chamber throwing an event in the backyard.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
I
bigger than that.
I see that.
Wow.
Yeah, and you were
Yes.
using a far bigger venue than in the past.
Tell me.
Now, with Conroe at your back, going down 105 West, you'll take a right at Four Corners, going to 249, right?
149 north
149.
into the forest. So it's 2.5 miles north of 105. So once you get outside of town, that's about a mile's worth of drive. And then it's one more mile up into the forest. And right up at the north of town is West Montgomery County Park. And that's where everybody plays Little League and the ball fields are there.
Yes, my kids played there.
And
Yes.
the little football kids come there at the
Yes.
beginning of this season, which I think they
Right.
just
Yes.
did that a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what time.
North
of year
County Football League, I think.
Yeah, and the cheerleaders get warmed up
Yes.
there, the little ones. Yeah, and the all the football kids, and those leagues.
But what you probably didn't notice on your drive to the ballpark is the manicured to perfection 16-acre plot of land out front of those ball fields, and that's where we're setting up this
wow.
immaculate festival.
Oh my God.
In
I'm
the beautiful
so
trees
excited.
on
Well,
that
and you've got
cascading
all
hill.
kinds of stuff happening there.
A
Can you
whole
tell us-
lot.
Tell me what you can tell us. And I know you were
Absolutely.
holding back a few things.
We've got some surprises still coming, so
Give
I'm
us a
excited
teaser.
about that. Okay.
Yes.
So first of all, we reimagined the layout of the festival to guide people. It's almost like a Disney experience or Epcot Center. So we have a courtyard in the center that'll be sponsored by Golo Ford Auto Group. And so then from there, you'll be able to branch out down different alleyways of vendors with different themes in mind. We're going to have boutique trailers that will have just a branch out where you can have a whole shopping experience. We've got beer stationed throughout, a huge wine slushy tent. We'll have 2 flavors this year to cool you off for the summer.
Yes.
And then we'll have an entire wine garden. And instead of bringing in the 16 wineries, we are going to scout out the best of the best, and we'll have flights served. So you can pick a dry flight, a red, a white, a sweet, a mixed. We're going to
Love
have
that.
those pre-prepared for your parties. And instead of standing and walking along a hot line, a row of wineries, you'll be able to take that back to your shaded table with your family, enjoy with your friends, and just have a leisure day to experience it. The nice thing about this setup with the flights is now we can mimic the same idea with beer, and we were never really able to do that in the old wine fest.
Love the idea.
Right.
Like where your head's at.
So
Right.
now we've got beer flights for the beer drinker of the family.
Wow.
And Shannan, will there be vendors and sponsors outside the chamber welcome?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay. And how could a vendor or a sponsor get in touch with you about supporting this event in October?
We've
Or
already
September,
got it.
September.
Yes, September. We've already got it spelled out on our website. And that's the first place I would direct anyone. You want to see what the event is about. And we have a sponsor page dedicated to list out who we already have and what's available. And that is MoCo, M-O-C-O, musicinthepark.com. MoComusicinthepark.com.
Wow.
Yeah.
September.
16
Okay, that's right.
from
Independence
2
Day.
p.m. to 10.
You. She's saying that for
Independence
me.
Day for Mexico.
She's speaking to
El
me from
16 de septiembre, you know.
Is it really?
That's just like
is that Mexican Independence Day?
it's just a staple in my head.
Is
But
it
that's
really?
so
Nice.
exciting that you'll
You
be
could
able to
celebrate
do that.
with us.
Count on us. OPG will be there. One property group.
Well,
That
that's
will be
fantastic.
so much fun.
Yes.
But you know, everything we do in Montgomery is family friendly and dog friendly for that matter. And so
Right.
both will be welcome at the event. And we have an entire children's area that will be stacked to the gills with great rides and fun for them to experience.
What does it
And
cost?
it is $20 to get in for tickets. That's 13 and up. And then from ages 4 to 12, it's $10. And then you have that all access pass to the entire event. And then we will have additional with the slushies, the wine garden, the beer garden. You can buy all of those packages and drinks and flights all at those
Sounds like
various
a great
stations.
event.
Yeah.
Shannan. I'm really excited.
A big
Some
food
live
truck
music
area.
here, right?
Yes.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Good.
It is. It's going to be fun. So families will be able to kind of camp out for the day because they'll be able to bring in a lawn chair if they like.
From what time to what time?
2 p.m. is when we're going to open up, and we'll
Okay.
go till 10 with our
That's
final
awesome.
concert. Yeah.
And when
Afternoon.
she says concert, she's holding out.
I am. I'm holding out
She
a
has
little.
asked me not to put this out there, but I think what we did is we made this amazing cake. We just didn't put the icing on it just yet. So
Yeah.
Give it time. You
And
gotta
so it
wait.
just looks
It's
like a
September,
regular cake.
Armandito. It's September, so you have
But
to wait.
there
Yes.
is some amazing musicians that you guys, I'm not going to let
Yeah,
the cat out of the bag, but there are some amazing
Up-and-comers.
headliners at this
I'm
event
telling you.
Yes.
in the park.
Yes. And, not to be confused that it is only a music festival, because we have so many features, you can experience
love
something
that. I love
down
the
every avenue as you go around the festival.
That's
There's
a
something
festival.
to do.
If not, it would just be a
love it.
concert. I mean, would you agree to that? If
Right,
it was
sure.
just a live music performance, it would be a
Exactly.
concert.
But let me tell you how best to enjoy the event. So there's going to be plenty of elbow room all around, but we've designated a VIP area that you will be waited on hand and foot. You'll have a reserved table, so you'll always have a spot to
Thank
sit.
you, Shannon. We appreciate that here at Texas Ticket. We really do. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's already.
Can we bring Dick with us?
You have not been invited, sir. You
She
need to be
just
wait.
did. Why you
No,
off?
she's talking about
You are
it.
not sitting at our table.
No.
But this is the way to go. If you want to be able to have a place that's a little more exclusive, we're
Very
going to have fancy potties in the VIP area. Air conditioned,
Be
indoor.
right back.
At a festival, it's a thing.
Exclusive.
It's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so awesome.
Yes,
That's
so
great.
we're thrilled.
It's a totally different twist, Shannon, because I've been to so many events in the past. Being here in Montgomery for like 12 years, I've seen the growth, and I'm just so excited to see a newness.
Yes.
We all love the newness, the variety.
You know, if we were playing Yahtzee, I think I would call you out on newness. I just want to say that.
love it. It is the
I'm going to call it. I'm going to go ahead and call
if it's a
newness.
word or not, it's the newness.
I think we all know
of
what you
Montgomery
mean,
County.
Yeah.
I love it.
But also, Lone Star Street Dance. Tell me a little bit about that. Are you affiliated with that? Do you do
Well,
that? You
I'm-
manage this thing? You
I'm
and Stephanie
not.
Fox?
No, I'm not involved in the street dance, but I hear wonderful things, and
Do
it
you
is.
dance, Stephanie?
Do I dance? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But what I love about what they've done with the street dance is bring that hometown just a sweetness that it's almost Hallmark.
that.
It's almost Hallmarky, that we can all just come together and have a great night together,
high school
and
with
it can be a little unscripted, and it doesn't
Right.
have to be so heavily planned that people can just come together. I think we've lost a sense of that a little bit.
I
in-
try to de-cosmetic myself in order to be more symbolic of just what you're stating
Okay.
right now. I want to be
Okay.
more of the natural feel. Oh, he's country as hell.
Totally on the other
Yeah, he's
side.
doing that on
Really?
purpose.
Really?
He's trying to look more hometown. Does any people do that? Do they go for the hometown look
Urban
more
cowboy?
so?
Is that
Yeah,
what that
yeah.
is?
Oh, gosh.
Okay,
Is
okay.
it?
We are-
Is it?
Yeah.
But isn't the street dance so authentically Montgomery though?
It is.
So
And I
that's
don't
what's
mind people
sweet about it.
trying
That is something you won't stop talking about. I know you
Well,
always
and
talk
Bill
about it.
Clevenger, who's from Philadelphia, or where is he from? Northeast somewhere. If he starts
sure, yeah.
dancing, I'm
here we
dancing.
go,
I'm
here we
dancing.
go.
You get Philly out there, or,
Okay.
I'm dancing. And I think that's what we're talking about when you bring that Texas, that hometown feel to people who don't already have it. I mean, if you're born here, it's all you wished for is the city lights.
Right,
You know what I mean? But if you came from the city lights, all you want is that hometown feel. And that's perspective. And I hope we bring it to folks like Mr. Clevenger and a few others and people in the community that came from other places, that want to see that hometown feel that we boast and that we have naturally. It grows on the vine out here,
It
you know.
does. It
and,
does.
And it's
Right.
it's pleasant to share it. And I'd love to see them getting into it like that.
Yeah,
we act
that's
like they're complete strangers. They're not, but still I think that
It's
hometown
fun.
feel is not commonplace for a lot of people who like to accept it as so and welcome it in their lives and welcome it in what they do.
Yes.
And we hope they welcome it in September at the music festival. And
Well,
like
and
the
what-
Blue Bonnet Wine Trail, Go Texan. Are we
All of
working with
those
these
things.
folks
Right,
a bit and,
right.
and
Always.
some of those chosen
When we
vineyards
work
and
with
things
the
like that?
yes, absolutely, and we have long-lasting relationships with them over the
Sure.
16 years that they've been coming and participating in Wine Fest. So
Yeah.
we definitely have built
It's hard
fabulous
now.
relationships.
Yeah, it's hard now to hit a winery in Texas that's not part of the Blue Bonnet Trail. I mean, you could randomly close your eyes and just, yep, go Texan. Okay, great, perfect, even better. And that's a good thing. That affiliation helps you discern from, the wines that you choose to select. And is there a committee? Can I get on this wine tasting committee? I mean, I'm very good at it.
Armando, calm down.
Yeah.
The Conroe
He wants to be in everything.
We want it to be a surprise.
It is a surprise.
Some
I'm
things you have to
Just
have
to
as a
taste it.
surprise.
And not only that, it's just this
Like
is
volunteer.
a new flavor of 2023.
And I'm a
So
volunteer, by the way.
I
right?
wish you much success
Thank
with this
you.
event. I will be there.
Well,
We will be there.
You mentioned something a minute ago that kind of resonates with me. There is an element that, while we love our history, there is something about a new thing that feels fresh. And
Right.
Over the years, we've tried to improve every year with Wine Fest, and I think we did that all the while. But there's something to be said for new and fresh, and I think this is going to be that. And I look forward to, even a fresh color palette and a fresh logo and design.
Always is needed.
But
right.
being able to really highlight our sponsors in a way we haven't done before. This event is being title sponsored by Optimum, and they have been fabulous
The internet
partners. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
They're taking care of
That's
us
great.
on Wi-Fi to get up to the park.
Really?
Obviously we're remote up there.
Always.
Yeah,
Well-
but you'd be surprised. We're gonna blow your socks off with that even. So a lot of great partnerships have gone into this, and my team of my planning team is 20 people strong. That's how much we're invested in making this an
great.
outstanding event.
That is
Well,
rock
you
solid.
have our support here at the Texas
Thank
Ticket,
you.
as well as
Yes.
Golakeconroe, our medium, and I know OPG is excited
Yes,
about
OPG's
it.
always
Attendance,
excited,
as well as
definitely, with
supporting
Monica.
and sharing going forward. Shannan, what else would you like to share with Conroe about the Montgomery Chamber?
Well, we enjoy the partnerships that we have across the lake, and as well as I do, as this community grows as a whole, the lines between the two communities are blurred, and we need to partner well together. And I think we do
agree.
that. I think we do that beautifully. I love partnerships that we have both with Conroe's Chamber and all around the county, and doing things that are impactful for our business community. There are 6 chambers across Montgomery County.
Yeah.
And we're paying attention to our state legislators in session right now. We are going to Austin, and we're
Right.
fighting on behalf of what our businesses need. And we make those phone calls. Just yesterday, I called all my reps and all my senators talking about bills that they are in the process of considering and
great.
explaining to them how it impacts our local businesses. Because if we don't tell them, who will?
Yeah, they're
that's-
thinking on their own agenda
So
and their
true,
own
right.
perspective, really, not
Yes.
necessarily. Agenda's a
Right.
bad word. Perspective.
Right.
And,
Right.
each of different faith, different walk, different places, different, it's wonderful you do that and have the foresight. It's prudent planning,
Yes.
certainly. And
Definitely.
I think that's a strong move, and as well as one that I think people in the Montgomery Chamber can be proud that you're taking.
Thank you.
Right.
How can we, would you welcome outside folks to join the Montgomery Chamber?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Our doors are open, and even sponsorships for Music in the Park. If you feel like this is a great place to get your business recognized in front of our audience,
Vendor or sponsor?
all the above.
All right.
We welcome
That's
all of
awesome.
it.
Right.
Yeah,
Are you still
open
taking
doors.
in musicians, headliners, music? Should
Our
bands
music is
contact
set.
you?
Our music is set.
Music is set. All right.
Yes. We have one stage.
On a quiet.
Did you see how
Did you see how he's trying to
snuck
little-
it in there? Did you
he's
see
like
it? You
trying
saw
to get
it
in
quick.
there.
Why you gotta give
Tranquilo.
away all my little
Tranquilo.
plugs?
But
calm
I
down.
can come back.
She's not telling us
And
everything.
we can talk all about the music on
Patience,
another
Armando.
show.
I know.
Yes, I agree.
I agree.
It's That's awesome.
Just let me sneak it
like,
in there.
ooh,
I know,
it's gonna
just
happen.
kinda sneaking it in. Shannan, thank you for coming. And I would suggest that everyone that's interested in working with the folks in the Montgomery area, the Montgomery, Texas area, the home of the birthplace of the Texas flag. We've got the
Amen.
Renaissance
Yes.
Festival coming right down the street. We have the Montgomery
All of
Fall
it.
Fest, the street dance, then so
much.
many things that are
Right.
happening in the Montgomery and surrounding area. A membership would be advantageous.
I agree. Yes.
Please contact Shannan Reid. We'll leave her information below
Thank
to
you,
how to join the
Shannan.
Montgomery
Thank
Area Chamber of Commerce. We'll be right back after this, folks.
Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up if you have a minute?
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Golakeconroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket.
Lone Star Radio.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. This is Armando and Gina Magali Rodriguez.
Bravo, with One Property Group. Thank you so much.
Gave you the long intro.
I know, that was just like a slur.
No, it was my boxing intro. I drag it out intentionally. I'm dragging it all the
I'm
way
not
to
boxing.
Galveston. I'm dragging it all the way to Galveston June 3rd to go see the
Oh.
champions of the area fight. We've got
Oh my
several. Pequeño. I don't know if Pequeño's going to fight, but I know Hurricane's going out there, and Alfonso's going out there. A lot of the local boys from San
Wow.
Luis State Golden Gloves, Texas State champions are going to be out there. We've got some of the folks
Yes.
from here in Conroe represented out at on June 3rd at the Seawall at the Galveston Convention Center, located
right.
there, June 3rd. You can get your tickets at ltigrepromotions.com. Go check those guys out.
Ow.
Good friends of ours. Excited about the fight. Excited about what's
Awesome.
coming up. I'm also excited about having Aaron Kantor here with us. Aaron, welcome to the show.
Hola.
Hey.
Hello,
Aaron, you are the
hello.
show.
Let's bring it on.
Definitely.
Man, Aaron, I have been running into you here and there and everywhere I run about this town, and I run about it.
I've been seeing you. Yeah,
I run a lot.
you ain't lying, bud.
You know, I do some field trips from time to time. But we've run into each other at Wister's. We've run into each other at the Montgomery County Fair and Rodeo.
Yes.
We run into each other at Papa's for the Jesse Robb Jr. concert. Where
Yes.
we're looking forward to seeing you again coming up here at the Conroe Lake House on Lake Conroe. And you are going to be out there
This weekend.
tonight. Tonight, right? Lake
Yes,
House
yes,
tonight.
yes.
Okay.
You got
I'm
it.
sorry. There's a lot of dates here
Yes.
and a lot of stuff.
Friday,
and
Saturday,
also
Sunday.
tomorrow, if you don't catch him tonight, you can catch
Correct.
him tomorrow at the Breakwater Grill from 7 to 10 ish, 6 to 9.
Yep,
so
out in
11.
Walden,
Right.
another beautiful place. So this
Whoa.
this area has no shortage of just great places to hang out. So
Aw.
It does.
and this weekend
Absolutely.
I got a full book of them.
And Cypress, a little further out for some of our audience over there. I know my brother is there, so we would go ahead and call him our audience over there.
Okay,
Because
on
my
Sunday.
brother lives in Cypress, so I know he's watching the show. So for my audience in Cypress, which I know we have one.
El brother.
Hey, little brother. Yeah, he's over there. Anyway, they'll be at the Mesquite Grill there in Cypress Sunday 1 to 5. You can catch them over there at the Mesquite Grill. But Aaron, you man of many hats, right? And
At times, yes.
you're doing some roofing, and custom work as well, not just roofing, right?
Well, it's you know,
Exteriors.
roofing and exteriors, full service, commercial, residential, roofing and
And this
exteriors.
is your baby, right?
Yes.
This
So
is you.
cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I owned a pretty successful company that had offices throughout Nebraska and Colorado,
Okay.
but that was kind of in a different lifetime because I went full time into music.
And you had a long beard then.
Well, that was only a phase as well. That was like a 2-year
I
phase.
see. Important to know.
That's
though.
pretty much in the music phase. But yeah, I was touring as a musician for the past several years and landed in Texas.
You know, Jesse Robb Jr.
Welcome to
has a
Texas.
Jesse Robb
Thank
Jr.
you.
has a pre-beard, post-beard sort of mantra about its whole operation.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm like, so Jesse, what about this song? Oh, that was pre-beard, and I'm like, Slow that down one more time. And he said, pre-beard, before that's what we call it here in our office. And I'm like,
beard.
oh.
How'd you even come up with that?
I
Pre-beard,
didn't. Jesse
post-beard.
Robb Jr. did.
Okay.
He
All
did.
right.
I interviewed the man, and that's what he told me. And I'm like, seriously? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, well, if I gave you a 20, you're still going to put on some Conway, get things going my way. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, heck yeah, we're going to do that. He said, absolutely. And I'm like, well, good. I'm glad we're keeping true to those traditions and things that put Jesse Robb in my playbook. You know what I mean? And he stays
artist.
there. Awesome. And, we've been enjoying some of your programs and watching you play. And I just wanted to go ahead and just start real quick with a little something. A
little something on the
A
guitar.
little tune,
well, you ain't gonna put a roof on this place, I mean, I'm just saying, maybe
Show us what you got.
show them a little something.
So we need to brand him the singing roofer here in Conroe,
The
Texas.
singing roof.
That would be following me from Colorado and Nebraska.
I love
so
it.
It's a thing.
Love it.
That's
the
a thing.
singing roofer. Here you go.
So
Like the Fiddler on the Roof, the singing roofer.
That's right.
It's that Fiddler on the Roof went around for a
Yes,
millennial.
still exists. Definitely.
Was that?
Yes.
the fiddler on the roof. I need to take up a different instrument maybe, and then that would be a little catchier, a little more. But
You're a lot more country if you got a fiddle in the
Yeah.
band.
All right. So tell us, what are you gonna play for us?
So I was figuring I'd start off with a song I released a few years back called Vicariously. And I am still excited about this song, but I'm also excited about the stuff coming up. But this was the first release after kind of rebranding. I'll tell you a little bit about the songwriting process of this, because it comes off as a little, it's like snarky, like a tongue-in-cheek humor. I was sitting at a coffee house one day, and I was just trying to write something, and I was kind of bummed out because I sacrificed a lot over the years to be in the music industry, and lost relationships and stuff over that, and just tons of sacrifices. And, like I'm watching one after another these moms with their kids going up and getting their lattes or whatever, and I'm thinking, man, I'm missing out on that life, And then I thought about it, I was like, wait a second, all of my buddies are jealous of me, and so I had already had the intro line written down, something about women and diamond rings, and then as soon as I got that twist on it, I figured out what the hook was, and it ended up being a lot of fun. This is a fun song.
Cool.
You can find it on Spotify and Apple Music, YouTube, all the streaming platforms. This one's called Vicariously.
Here we go.
All these women walking around with big old diamond rings. They got me wondering if I'll ever taste all the finer things. Like an SUV and a wife, a day job, not this nightlife. But until then, I'm living for whatever tonight's gonna bring. Speaking of Texas Ticket, I'll bet that tie knot ain't all it's cracked up to be. And there's a lot of married men out there wishing they were me. But for all of those that do, fellas, I've got a deal for you. And we can live our lives through each other vicariously. So when you wake up and drive to your 9 to 5, I'll sleep in and maybe make a tea time. And as you spend your day slaving away, just remember our deal, it's all about the give and take. So I'ma take my boat to the lake, and when you're lying in bed with a book in your hand and a cup of chamomile tea, I'll drink a beer for you, kiss your wife goodnight for me. So that's a little snippet of Vicariously.
That's great. great. I love it. I love it.
It
so
turned out
good.
so good in the studio. I recorded up in Rosewood,
wow.
in Tyler, Texas, at the Rosewood Studios, and I still have a handful more from that same session to release. And I just cannot wait to start dropping
Wow,
that.
So
great.
cool.
Yeah, and you know it's funny. It was a little foreshadowed there because at the time I wasn't living in a community with a golf course or on a lake at all, and I wrote that song about just what I'd prefer to be doing. You know,
Right.
kind of. And now it's one of those things where moving to this area made that a reality. So
That is so cool.
Yeah,
Loved
thank
it.
you, Gina.
Great words.
In
Great
a
words.
neighborhood full of golf courses and lake and all the things that are in that
Yes.
song. Well, man, that's awesome. Breakwater Grill is in my backyard, right there in
Yes,
Walden,
yes.
down the way, and I wanted to pull that one out because I'll
definitely.
most likely be stalking you once we get there.
I'd like to give them a shout out for sure because I know you know Hoffy over there.
Yeah,
and,
he's been a co-host on the show
man.
for over a year. Was
Yeah.
and it's still a good friend there. He is out at Breakwater and doing some amazing things.
Yeah, they've really taken me in this year, and I've gotten to play a lot
Did
of
they?
events
Cool.
for them at the Yacht Club in Walden and the Breakwater
That's great.
Grill.
That's awesome.
And just like my neighborhood, April Sound, last year they took me in, and that was just that's kind of what got this whole ball rolling around here, and the amount of support, and it's snowballed, and I can't believe I'm just blessed to be in this area because, like I had mentioned to you before the show, I really wasn't sure if there was a music scene in this area. I just loved the house I found and
Yes.
the neighborhood, and I just went for it. So.
Well, yeah, there's a music
Exciting. That
scene.
is
Somebody
so
was
cool.
talking about how Willie Nelson used to sell records down here in the square. You know, Elvis used to go to the gentry
right.
store he'd get a haircut right over here on Simonton. He'd go to the gentry store to get a new shirt, and he'd go to the pub where Red Brick, it was a pub there. It was a store, and I think it sold beer. And he'd go there and have a
Place
beer.
goes way back.
So we had a
Wait.
clean
Where hasn't Willie
haircut.
been, you know? I mean,
You know, Willie's 90.
Yeah.
You know, Willie, and he's about to start a tour. You know, I think one of the great things about music is, I mean, you could probably own a roofing company for life, but you probably can't roof for life. You know, you got to have good knees to get up
that's
those
why I play
ladders.
golf as well, because I want something with some longevity, you know?
But you could you could be a musician for life.
Yes, you
and
can.
Willie's proven that, and so many other artists have done
Right,
that.
yes.
That's the one beauty of your backup, your minor, you know, or your major, whatever you would refer to it as. I don't want to take from one to the other,
No,
but
they both operate independently of each other and kind of support each other as well.
in Texas, to me, you're a musician. So
Awesome.
just
I'll take it. I'll take it, man.
it's like what
Very,
else does
very
he do?
talented. Love
You
it.
know?
Love it so much.
Family, kids, and any of that?
No, I'm still.
Not yet. You're single.
Yes, and that was that song was written from that perspective, but that was written 5, 6, 7 years ago now, and it's I mean
Wow.
I'm just so busy, it really is like, but now that I've purchased the house here and really settling down in this area, that opens up the opportunities. It's just I was touring,
Yeah.
and then you just life is about just going with the ups and downs and the phases and that kind of stuff. And so I'm
Absolutely,
entering a different phase now of just making this my home and putting roots down. And
But
getting
you're
the
still
business.
traveling for work and doing those things.
I do, but I travel equally for music and for construction now. So
I see.
yes.
And if you were to say on a calendar going forward, the ideal music workload, how many gigs a year do you think you would say would be the ideal music work? Not what we're doing, what we plan to do, but what would be ideal?
Well, that's a very tricky question because
Sure.
I know the roofing company is going to, just from past experience, I'm going to be very busy with that.
And hopefully so. I
Yeah.
mean, I know this
And
is
it's
a
awesome,
blessing
yes.
too. I know
Yeah.
it helps you, and I hope so.
Yeah, and so it'll give me the opportunity to back off of the gigs and just perform a little bit more of the high profile ones.
Right,
and
exclusivity.
Yes,
Right?
yeah, because I'm
Not so more
starting
the rock and roll bar mitzvahs.
every
know,
weekend I'm so
you-
busy with music right now, and I'm just
Weddings.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
it's been great.
weddings can be. It depends whose wedding. You get a little bougie about your
Oh my gosh.
selections. And
funny.
and Walden is the host to a lot of great musical talent, and
Right.
it's just so. I don't know. People think it's private. For the longest time out here, and I know this might even predate you, Gina, that Walden was a private club. So was April Sound. And then Walden wasn't, and April Sound was, and still is. But people just automatically assume, since you couldn't get into April Sound, and the rumor was you couldn't get into Walden, and Bentwater was also, of course, born this way. So you would just assume I can't get into any of these places, which isn't the case. And so, I mean, April Sound has events that are public open at times, and Walden is a public open venue. So you always have these opportunities to patron these places, and well, some, not always, but, you know, it just... I think people need to take the time to look into Walden a little bit more and see what it brings. I mean, in
so much
that they can go, you know. And I'm always shocked, you know. We always talk about how the Galvez in Galveston has the best Sunday brunch in the state of Texas, right?
I would have to argue with that.
I've never been to Galveston,
but I have been to the Yacht Club's Sunday brunch.
Okay,
it's extremely good, and we hold this as a close runner-up second, and Galvez is like tenfold. And an overnight establishment and a historical marker to the city of Galveston. So they have a few other elements. Of course, the Gulf of Mexico. We have Lake Conroe. But, you know, in the same token, I think that their size is just bigger, so it makes it kind of like a bigger buffet. And buffets, bigger is better. You know, I don't know.
Have you seen the spread at the Yacht Club?
I have. It is huge.
It is incredible.
It is more than enough, and it is quality food, quality stuff.
So
I'm not crazy about the empanadas, you know. And you were talking about, we had some lady Venezuelan lady in Ollie from Blended Bistro the other day. She brought us empanadas as well, and I wasn't crazy about those either. So
I love them so much.
And those are authentic as
food,
all get out. Yeah, right. Those are 100% handmade, authentic, well done, and we still threw. I wasn't crazy. I just not a big crazy. It's just so much. I don't know. It just, but what I do like is the carved boards. I like the desserts. I like the salads. I like the shrimp. I like all the other seafoods and things that come on both those. And Walden offers all that. But what I wanted to bring up was Montgomery, in Montgomery at Walden, they're doing the Fall Fest.
Yes.
And I'm on a leash with this thing because we're way ahead of schedule. But the headliner's still unannounced.
It's a secret.
I'm seeing on the Charlie Diggs calendar, I'm seeing October 7th. Possibly the 8th is rumored. So we're drifting between these 2 days, but it will be at that same location.
Okay.
And I'm also told the War Hippies will be there.
Oh.
And there is a headliner.
Oh, my God.
Which is the part that's just blowing me away. Wait, I'm thinking,
What?
War Hippies and? You know, there's an and. So, and the and is my big question mark still. So we're still holding that one back because we don't have the and I've been asked, you know, keep it on a leash. It's not 100%. We're on the drawing board, and this is October, so we're still plenty of ways away. But we did have Shannan Reid here with the Montgomery Chamber of Commerce right before you arrived, and she was sharing with us the Montgomery Music Festival, which is September 16th, Mexican Independence Day. Coincidentally unrelated. But some headliners out there as well, just east or north of Montgomery. You go down to Montgomery Four Corners, take a right. And past Cozy Grape, keep going, and Jim's Hardware, and then boom, you get to the parks. The ballparks down there, they're having a huge event. And it is a big deal. For Montgomery, the city of Montgomery. I know the Chamber's leading the charge. It's their event, but it's a big deal for the city of Montgomery.
When was the date?
That is September 16th.
Awesome.
Yeah, and those two events, I think, are a lot to look for with a lot of musical talent that either you're going to be involved in, a part of, or in attendance, I'm sure, and hovering around these things. And I know I will be in whatever capacity they allow me. I'm going to be all up in both those. And I definitely want to come see you out there if you at Breakwater Grill and
tonight.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. Kantor Lake House.
So you're talking about tomorrow
tonight's Lake House. Yeah.
Sunday.
3
events back to back.
Tomorrow and Sunday is Cypress, and tomorrow is the Breakwater Grill out in Walden. And give us a little something about what you're going to be putting down.
Are we doing some more music?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me.
The singing roofer.
Since we
here
haven't
he goes.
had a break, I definitely want to make sure that I'm going to do a little drop tuning on this one, and it's just give me like 5 seconds to just drop this in.
What is drop tuning? I love when they use musical jargon on us.
It's accurate for us.
See him throwing that musical jargon out here. It's real-time music stuff.
Sounds good to me.
Wait,
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
That was quick.
So this song is probably the one I'm most excited about out of all of the ones recorded, including Vicariously. It's not even going to be the next single though. It's we've got one more that we're thinking we're going to drop before this one, but this one is just such a fun song with a great beat, and it seems a little dark, but it's not. It's just fun. This one's called Bull.
Bull.
Yeah,
Right.
El Toro.
Oh, lately I'm going out my mind. I'm paranoid, don't sleep at night, and I'm petrified by fear that I am losing my woman to another. Tears me up inside. She never smiles, she seems to hate this home we built, the love we made. She goes out, comes home way too late. But when I ask where you been, I get the runaround, and my mind fills with doubt. But instead of calling her out, I take that bull by the horns, let it drag me on down through the mud and the muck of heartache and despair. 'Cause I'd rather live a lie than lose the love of my life. I just couldn't saddle up without her there. So I pull back on my pride, settle in for a ride. That's one has to go a little bit. And that one gets really intense and a lot of fun. But that one's called Bull. Just
I
a
love
little
drama in the
preview
music.
of that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, man.
I felt like you
passionate.
brought us up, then you brought us down with that right there at the end. I like that.
Oh, I can't wait to drop that one, y'all. I mean, my drummer, when he first got familiar with that song, he said, "You're gonna get some phone calls after you release that one," and I'm just excited about
that's
it. You know,
cool.
I want to go hear the rest
So
of
great.
Vicariously. We're going to do that
Yeah.
and I want to hear some Bull, and we can catch that on Spotify. You said
yeah. The Vicariously is released. The other
Bull's
5,
not released yet.
The other 5 that are coming out are
That was a pre-release
Yes.
share there. Okay, fantastic.
Wow. We got a
Okay,
little flavor
but
of
when,
it.
when you're ready, we can find it at the same place
Oh,
where
yeah.
we pick up Vicariously.
You bet. So if y'all don't mind out there, go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Facebook, or if you like YouTube or whatever you do. But the Aaron Kantor, it's a Kantor. Aaron is Aaron, and that way you'll get like Spotify is one of the best ways. Follow me as an artist on Spotify. You can find Vicariously there. Follow me as an artist, and then you'll be notified when I drop another single, and
There you
then there on out. Yes.
Aaron,
Wow.
it's real hard for us to keep our ear to the street all the time. We just ask that if something comes up you want to share with us, please reach out to me. I mean
You got
really,
it,
on a
buddy.
personal note. I mean, I know we're on the radio and
Thank
all,
you,
but
Amanda.
Right.
seriously, it would help if I knew, and if you could tell me before everybody else knows, that would be even better.
Yeah. You know,
You love that. Love that.
he wants
I
to
hope
be
our
a
audience
privilege
loves
on
it.
the
Yeah, well,
information.
we'd like to provide them with something, and make sure we give them, instead of robbing these shows of their goods before they start in September and October.
Right.
We're picking them apart. Why aren't they ready yet?
I
It's
know,
like, well,
I
it's not
know.
until next year, Mr. Nino. They're like, well, yeah, hurry up. It's like, So if there was like we get releases from some artists as they share them with us, we'd love to share that, especially with Bull, since they've heard it. We've teased them here.
Yeah.
I like to
They're
deliver
gonna have to wait.
it.
On
I want to deliver it some later date.
Before that, but
Oh.
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
That's
Aaron,
great.
Aaron, if I need a new roof, who should I call? What's the number again?
Yeah, the office is 855-988-7663.
There you
That's
go.
988-ROOF, 855. And then my cell phone, if you don't mind if I share that.
Not at all.
All right, it's 832-271-4747.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's great.
Aaron, thank you for coming. I really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
that.
Thanks
And
for having me on.
Thank you for playing some music for us, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. I won't make tonight, but I certainly will be there tomorrow to come see you over at the
I can't
Breakwater
wait.
Grill.
Beer on me, buddy.
I'll stop in. Absolutely.
thanks.
We'll see you then.
Sounds
We'll be
good.
right back, folks, with more from the Texas Ticket.
So won't you kick your feet up if you have a minute?
Audience of One, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. right here on Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5. Listen to the brain droppings of local hosts, me, Andrew Belshner, along with the jewel of Montgomery County radio, Dick Schisler. Topical musings, news stories, oddities, or just weird conversations that we normally have with ourselves, all mixed together with the occasional guest. You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. This is Armando and Gina Magali Rodriguez for the Punch, your Texas Ticket segment of the show.
That's right. Here we go. Who's first?
We got stuff?
Yes, I always have stuff.
Oh, really? Really? Well, Gina, I think there's one first thing we need to do.
Yes.
Is start with geography. I think a lot of folks are missing out where's what. We say things like everybody should know. But, okay, so where's Dobbin?
I know where Dobbin is.
Where?
I was there. Like, I literally passed by Dobbin to go see a new subdivision because I'm in real estate.
You passed by Dobbin to see a new
I
subdivision?
did, today. I swear to you. It was 15 minutes from Montgomery. It's Magnolia Springs. And I went to go talk to El Señor sales rep, Mr. Ricky Macias with First American Homes. I just like to throw out
there in
beautiful
Magnolia Springs,
beautiful.
you called it?
Dobbin, south, another 10 minutes, and there you go.
And Dobbin is on 105.
So funny you just said that.
Dobbin's on 105 West, just about 15 miles from the city of Conroe.
That's correct.
Just going west. And so just to put geography to it, that's where that is. Now, do you know where Bushels and Blooms is?
Yes.
Where's that at?
You cannot stop talking about that.
I'm just shocked about this sucker because, I don't think it was called that before.
Here we go. Okay, go for it.
It's right next to Vernon's Country Catfish on 105
Yes,
West.
it is.
Yeah.
I know exactly where that is.
I didn't know where that was.
Okay.
Next question. Just a brief
Trivia.
pop quiz. Breakwater Grill. Where is it?
Well, you just said Walden. That's like
I
in
didn't say
your
anything
neck of the
about it.
woods.
Walden. Copy. Where is Ransoms?
105. Right before you get to the historical district of Montgomery, our office.
Bam.
One property group. I saw
You're getting
Ranson's a la
better.
derecha. It's on the
getting
right.
good at
I've been here for
this.
12 years. I know the area.
I know. Oh, really?
Yes, I do. Okay, come on. Another one?
Do you really want to go? Where's Ayers Island?
Oh, my God. No. What?
All right.
No, okay, yeah. No, you just totally made that up.
What?
Okay, you made that up. All right. Go for it.
Ayers Island's in the center of the lake. Lake Conroe.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yes. And speaking of Lake Conroe, I have an official first announcement for the Texas Ticket.
Wow, let's see.
A first event announcement. October 14th and 15th. Myself, along with a committee of others. Be Local, Jada England.
Miss Jada, yes.
The folks at Hunger Crush, the folks at the Waterway Center, the Fajita Jack's, Bar Lago, the new place down there, and
I think
the
there's a
whole
Kashi,
Waterport Center.
Monty's. There's lots of places.
So
out
many
there.
things in there. The 50th birthday party for Lake Conroe will be held there October 14th and 15th.
Wow.
Headliners will be announced, but expect to have myself and our crew put this show together October 14th and 15th, and with Be Local and October 14th and 15th. Jada and Be Local will be leading the charge there and showing us, putting all the details together, making this one of the most memorable birthdays the lake has ever had. And
That's
you
so
know,
awesome.
we're excited about getting our Marcom together to share with the rest of the state of Texas, so they can all look down and look over and up wherever and see Lake Conroe's 50th birthday party. And I don't care who you are. What is Silver, right? Silver is the 50th?
That's correct.
Is it the silver
75 is
anniversary?
gold. That's correct. 50 is
75 's
silver.
gold?
Yes.
Yeah. So we got Diamond at 100, right? Or something like that? Isn't Diamond the 100th anniversary?
Maybe.
Yeah. Paper's the one, right? For first anniversary is a paper gift.
That's
an
correct.
Right?
Yes.
Yes. So and there's a structure to all of that. You know, the Emily Post book of etiquette can walk you through all of those things.
Okay.
But in the meantime, the silver anniversary
On 10, 14, 15.
October 14th and
October
15th.
14th, 15th.
Right there at the Waterpoint Center, Shoreline Properties. That whole area will be taken over by Golakeconroe and Be Local
The entire
Magazine.
parking lot.
The entire thing. It's going to all be one big, huge event. All the businesses will be participating.
I can't wait.
In some way, shape, or form, or they'll just be victims to the event happening in their center. But either way, I think it's something we all want to celebrate. Hopefully it's not too evasive for every business there, and they all get a chance to enjoy. There'll be things for kids, adults, and so on. And we're still crafting some of those things out and trying to make that a memorable birthday.
It's a big deal.
It is.
Yes.
And you can't repeat those things. You get your magic moment, and that's our big reveal. That's our big show for today.
Okay.
We haven't announced our headliners yet. We're still working with that. If you're a local band and you'd like to have these opportunities and stuff like that, please send your information to facebook.com/TX ticket. We're looking for bands, venues, for all kinds of venues. But
vendors.
We are looking for vendors and sponsors for the 50th birthday party coming up.
Oh.
And this will be our only public announcement in regards to
I'm excited
vendors
for that. Yeah,
and
very special
sponsors and musicians. After this, we'll bring it up again in regards to the entertainment value for the guests that will attend.
Right.
But for the people putting the show together, this should give you ample time to prepare, consider a business option of becoming a sponsor or a vendor for the event, or maybe the entertainment for the event.
Good.
And we're open-minded. I'm looking forward to getting some feedback on that.
Yes.
We have some planning time ahead, and we have some things there.
Yeah.
And I want to rehash Shannan's September 16th event.
That's correct.
And,
El 16 de septiembre, señor.
And that's Mexican Independence Day, and that'll be at the ballpark of the
Across the street, she mentioned.
Concert in the MoCo musicinthepark.com.
Yes.
You can find all the details there. And the tickets are $20, 13 and up. They will be $10 for 12 and under.
Correct.
Okay. So all that out there, I'm going to let me read this over while you share a few. I know you have a very special event that I wanted to bring up as well. I'm excited.
We just had it.
Yesterday, right?
Yes,
that
that's correct.
Yesterday, I had such a good time, and I really want to talk about things from the past a lot, but it just seems like they can find those in the photos, but we have another one coming up for the Biz and Booze, and tell us a little bit about what happened yesterday and what we expect going forward for the next Biz and Booze event.
All right, here we go. So Biz and Booze, third round of just fun networking and getting together with professionals, businesses here in Montgomery County. One of the things that we try to focus at our office, One Property Group, is that us as real estate professionals, with our broker, Monica Bersovsky, is that what is it that we try to do is to tie in professionals. We love to work with one another, and it's all about referring each other and protecting each other and making sure that we all know where we are in not only in life but within our businesses, but being able to support us. So we were, at Kirby's Ice House. So this is our third round of a networking event, a Biz and Booze. And I'd like to send not only a thank you to all of our sponsors, but I love the fact that they continue to support us. So thank you. So not only Monica Bersovsky, our broker, One Property Group, but of course we have Alamo Title Rep. She's known as the Connector, Miss Karen Hoffman.
Karen the Connector.
I love Karen. Beautiful, beautiful personality of a woman.
She's going to be on the show soon.
Yes, she will. And we also have renovation sales with Mr. Brian Stewart. Goosehead Insurance, we have Chris Diamond, great guy. Diamond. Awesome. I love Mr. Chris. And of course, Victor Bersovsky. He has a very awesome, place in my heart because he's a very genuine man. And of course, Monica's husband.
But
Houston Window Covering. So he has his own business as well.
Yep.
And then we have Marriott Gillen, which she is our, house. We call it the Union Home Mortgage, our house, mortgage company. And Mr. Jeremy Cow, he's, the spokesperson for Magnolia Home Inspection Services, but he has a good team that really supports them. So thank you to all of our sponsors that were out here at Kirby's Ice House last night. We had a great turnout, and please support us because our fourth one's around the corner next month in June.
Any thoughts on the June event? Where that's going to be?
That's a secret, so I'll let you know next week.
We've heard some things.
Yes.
I don't want to step on anybody's toes.
We try to rotate it because we started with Conroe, then Montgomery, then the Woodlands, and we're pushing Magnolia and back to Conroe and whatnot, doing a rotation showing our love to our Montgomery County. All right.
Well, and I like to bring in, everybody says we get too narrow into our own little Montgomery Conroe area and cliquish, maybe a little Willis, throw in something to Waverly, and that's all we ever do. Well, it's not true.
It's not.
We have arts and culture.
Yes.
I mean, Cynthia Mitchell Woodlands Pavilion has a great array of musical artists that are the top of the nation.
Yes.
And some in the world.
Yes.
But Janet Jackson. I mean, how many Jacksons do you think you're going to see live on stage? June 3rd, Janet Jackson, Cynthia Mitchell Woodlands together again, Janet
June
Jackson.
3rd, the night of?
June 3rd.
The night of?
Boxing, like in Galveston. June 10th, Co Wetzel, and that's also at the Cynthia Mitchell Woodlands Pavilion.
Okay.
He plays a strong young country. He's got a lot of good top hits that are just out there. If you haven't heard some Co Wetzel, it's a great YouTube search and play some of his music. You'd be surprised. I don't think the guy matches his sound and look. It's kind of like Sundance Head. I get a lot out of it. I close my eyes and then open them going, what the? Just shocked, after listening to the music for a while.
Yes.
A lot of voices don't match the person. And it's awkward.
You're right. But it's okay.
Sting. October 15th. Cynthia Mitchell Woodlands. Sting.
We're
Lead singer for the Police.
Way out there, October. Like, get your tickets today. I'm sure it's going to be crazy.
Oh, yeah. That'll sell out.
Sting in the Woodlands?
Sting will be in the Woodlands October 15th. Get your tickets well in advance.
That's pretty cool.
One other one that's a little closer and changed a bit through the years. And only because time has passed. And we're talking about Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top.
Oh, my
They'll
gosh.
both be the Sharp Dress Simple Man tour.
Wow, when is that?
And that is July 30th at the Cynthia Mitchell Woodlands Pavilion.
Okay.
And if we're going to bring up October, let's not forget Conroe Country Catfish Festival.
Oh my gosh!
So that's happening October 30th. So it's on the calendar. And the other thing is, event planners can hear about some of the events that we're foreshadowing here to let you know that maybe not make them all on the same weekend. I mean, it would help everyone. I like to party every weekend. You know what I mean? So if you did
Friday,
yours
Saturday,
this weekend,
Sunday. Yes.
there's next weekend, I'll go to both of them. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like,
Yes. Good point. Good point. But there's so much to do, Armando. That's why, it's nice to be a part of a community that does a lot for the people, the residents, show their love here in all the businesses.
I work 6 days a week, on the seventh one.
I'm really proud to be a part of this county.
It's nice to have some enriching entertainment where I don't have to go, outside Montgomery County to do anything if I don't want to.
This is wonderful.
If I don't want to. I mean, there are some things that maybe I would follow to Dave Matthews after he leaves. You know what I mean? I'll follow Dave, and he came a couple weeks back last week. Yeah. What if I want to see Dave Matthews again, and again, like the same year? Well, you can't watch him at the same place. He's not going to do that. So you won't get that opportunity to catch him that way.
Right. But the best part is that they come to us.
That's right, and
that's what's awesome.
Well, and one of the when you start rock and roll and you have country and you have these big music jazz, these huge music genres, there are smaller ones, right? There's these folk, there's jazz contemporary, there's modern light, there's all these other little shades of music that don't get that mainstream but are still ridiculously talented. And I found a lot of the really young people like to venture in these genres.
Yes, you're right.
And they find a lot of music there. The one place I would suggest for those is September 30th.
Okay.
The Houston Country Folk and Blues Festival.
Oh, wow. Where?
It's in the Woodlands.
In the pavilion again.
No, this is at the Waterway.
Oh, okay.
It is a Woodlands Waterway event. There'll be 120 artists and crafters.
Oh, my God. That's going to be so fun.
So
Okay,
just
9:30. I have to remember,
it's
September
from
30th.
10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Grammy
All
Award
day.
winners, Billboard #1s are included. Their
writing it down.
Billboard #1 recording artists will be on scene for all these
There.
different genres of music in September 30th. That's at the Woodlands Waterway. The attendance is expected to be at 25,000 plus.
Oh.
So just to put this one into perspective
lot
for
of
you,
people.
HoustonFolkFestival.com. You can check it out there, folks. Definitely one to watch.
Yes.
It will be our a September focused event.
Okay.
And we'll mention it going forward at least once or twice a month, going from here to there to keep it on the front burner for you. If you're a vendor, it is one to be at. Right. Get your spot. Yeah, I don't have a
September
dog in
30th.
the fight. I'm not selling booths there. This is a nonprofit show. I'm just saying, you want to sell out? That's
Yes.
one to go to. And you want to tap your feet the whole time you're working? It's
Right,
one to go
right.
to.
That's great.
Super
Armando.
fun stuff.
Wow, you're like really thinking ahead, like the summer, the fall.
Well, I wanted to prepare the people that help to finance these things to get an opportunity to get
True.
involved. And we know
Yes.
our sponsors are the ones that help bring this entertainment to you. And after interviewing these sponsors, would I ask them, why do you do it? Why in the world would you do this? Well, we want to give back to the community that gives so much to us, and we figured this is the
Yes.
best way to reach as many as
Okay.
possible with one gesture and one bill to help everyone a little bit enjoy everyday life and the day-to-day grind and every weekend that they get to have the opportunity to be blessed to be a part of.
Absolutely.
So,
Well,
that's
good.
out there.
Thank you.
Also, Freedom Fest. You're welcome. Also, Freedom Fest in Montgomery, July 1st, 2023. Shannan brought that up. We brought that up with
Yes,
her. And I
yes.
want to make sure we remind everyone that's July 1st. It's a parade down there. She talked about the hometown feel, the no big inflatables and whatnot. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hometown. It's going to be the things you'd expect downtown Montgomery.
It's gonna be so nice.
Come down and join that.
Yes.
And I hope OPG's out there. One Property
Yes,
Group
we
is
will.
enjoying that. 6/17/23. That's June 17th.
Yes.
Downtown Montgomery.
I love numbers.
We're
6, 17,
Well, we're
23.
expecting the Lone Star Dance. And the Dance the Streets. And I graduated with a young lady, which is now young woman, named Stephanie Fox. And she, I think, class 90 at
Okay.
Montgomery High School. And I think I'm giving ages. I shouldn't be doing that. But
Yeah, that's bad. But go
sorry,
ahead.
Steph. Yeah. But anyway, she's been working to help out with the Montgomery dance, the Lone Star Dance on the Square, and hopefully doing good
Good.
things. Work
I'm
with her
excited
if
for
she's
that,
asked you for your hand there and for your help there. Please
Okay.
help her along. Get that moving. People are enjoying that. I'm enjoying it. I really thought that was more hometown feel than anything I've seen in a long time.
It is, of course.
It's
it is,
unique.
yeah.
It's not happening everywhere.
Yeah.
Go find that and tell me how that worked out. But it's happening downtown Montgomery, and it's happening once a month, and I really like that. I really hope that Stephanie takes that to where it needs to be. And tinyurl.com/Lone Star Street Dance.
Okay.
Also,
What else you got?
Well, tomorrow night, if you're not going to go see Aaron Kantor,
No, I'm gonna go see Mr.
well, then
Aaron.
before that,
the singing roofer.
Yep. Before that is a cornhole tournament that I want to mention, and it is Saturday. Let me see. Saturday, I got a time here. I mean, everyone there. Scorejulio.app or in person. You can register your team for the tournament. It's at the Shout House. The Shout House over by the Montgomery County Airport.
Oh,
Montgomery
my
County
gosh.
Fairgrounds. It's over there on that side of town. You can go to the Shout House this Saturday. They're going to have a ton of raffles, silent
that's
auction
cool.
items. The cornhole tournament will be participating. And this is a Barsh Auto sponsored event. Yes.
Nice.
And they will, let's see, open house 12 to 2. Tournament will start at 2. Michelle Raspberry Dean is going to be singing.
Oh, wow.
Michelle Dean's very good.
That's going to be awesome.
I think we saw her at 219. She was at 219, the social house here in Conroe.
Okay.
Did fabulous there. So looking forward to see her. And right there behind Barsh Performance Diesel there on that road Shout House is on. I don't remember what it is. But I don't.
One of those
I don't.
back
But
roads.
I think most of the folks know where it is. If not, you can Google the Shout House or just hashtag the Shout House on Facebook, and everything ever written about the Shout House will pop up.
Okay.
Right? Just like you can hashtag the
That's
Texas
cool. That's
ticket.
exciting. Yes.
And everything
yes.
will come up about the Texas
It's all about the
ticket.
Texas ticket.
Right. So
El
anybody-
boleto de Texas. We need to just change it.
Say it again.
El boleto de Texas.
Does that mean Texas ticket in Spanish?
Yes.
I knew that. I was just testing you. So,
oh my gosh.
What else you got? You got anything else on that list?
I have a lot. Obviously, we're not talking October. I'm talking recent.
Tell me what you got.
Because
real quick.
we have, Memorial Day weekend is around the corner. And I wanted to talk about this weekend, obviously, Saturday, the food truck rally. It's really cool because B52 Brewing is having, it's called the 6 Food Truck Rally. So obviously tomorrow, they're going to have, wood-fired pizza from barbecue, Asian food, hot dog sandwiches, and cold sweets. But B52, Saturday from 12 to 8. So that's a really nice event that they're going to have. Obviously on Sunday, Hunger Crush Cafe. Have you been there? They have Sunday Fun Day.
Have I been to Hunger Crush?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, you need to go on a Sunday Fun Day. They have Sunday Fun Day of endless mimosas and margaritas. So
it's just
all
like
day.
water, but it has margarita in it.
Excuse me? No, it's yummy with salt. You can have tajin on the rim. So yummy.
It's summer water, but it has margarita in it.
No, it's margarita. So then we have the Flashback Funk Fest. Are you familiar with that? Also going on Saturday?
I didn't even hear what you said.
Here we go. Flashback Fun Fest. Also at the Pavilion, Cynthia Mitchell Woods Pavilion, 6 p.m. in the Woodlands. So basically, it's a lot of fun with this Funk Fest. They're going to have bands such as, you have Morris Day, The Time. It's called The Time, Atlantic Star, Ohio Players, Confunction, the Zap Band, and Rose Royce. Royce. Are you familiar with them?
No. Yeah, I'm familiar with all those bands.
So you have, again, Sunday, May 28th, you have Memorial Day celebration at Town Creek Park in the Woodlands. So basically, it's a kickoff to your summer fun, but it's beautiful because they honor.
Are we still talking about the Funk Fest?
No, we're talking about the Memorial Day celebration, sir. May 28th. That's my mother's birthday, by the way. Feliz cumpleaños, mami. So it's honoring the military service and those who served our country. So thank you.
The Memorial Day celebration.
For all of those who served our country. Yes, sir. The Memorial Day.
This
So
has absolutely nothing to do with Funk Fest and Morris
I
Day at the time.
transitioned, sir. Funk Fest is the 27th and Memorial Day is the 28th. So come on out to the Town Greek Park in the Woodlands.
Greek Park?
Yes, that's what it's called. Town Greek Park.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I didn't about that.
So,
and Funk Fest is at the Pavilion, right?
Yes, that's correct. Saturday.
Yeah, we brought that up on a few other episodes, and I'm a real Morris Day and the Time fan.
What are you doing for Memorial Day weekend? It's like next weekend. Come on, you need to plan it.
I'm probably going to go hang out with Morris.
I think it's going to be so much fun.
Morris Day and the Time, yeah.
All right, well, cool. That's what I got. What else you got? Anything else?
Well, July 15th, I'm going down to Crystal Beach to see the big Diesel Beach Bash.
Okay, if you're in Crystal Beach, you have to go see my friend's restaurant. She's owned it with her family for, 30 years. It's called La Estación on Crystal Beach. La Estación. The station.
The station,
but it's La Estación, Mexican yummy food at Crystal
Fantastic.
Beach.
Well, and I think that's where Brandon Crichton went one day. He went out there to Crystal Beach and he did a little on
That's
the island.
awesome.
There's
I
not
wonder if he went
much
to La
out.
Estación.
There's not much out there,
Yeah,
and so before you get out to that back way that goes on the other side of Crystal Beach, if you just keep going, it'll take you out to the highway. I think that's 10, right?
Yes.
It's 10, right? It takes you all the way in Louisiana.
Yes, that's correct.
Cuts you
Crystal
into
Beach.
that, right? So
Yes.
if you take the ferry from
Head
Galveston
east.
Island,
Yes, sir.
and you
That
keep
is
going,
correct.
you'll end up all the way out there.
Yes.
Yeah, and so there are a few places, and I have seen him go out there and visit with folks
That's
and do
really
some different
cool.
things, and I think Estacion was also there during the flooding from
Yes.
the storm and whatnot,
Yes.
and they did that huge thing where they were feeding everybody out there. It was a big deal. But anyway, 7:15 Houston Diesel Beach Bash, Crystal Beach, and that is a Charlie Diggs event. Is also a Barsh Auto sponsored event. We
wow.
also have on September 30th the Texas 90s Fest here in Conroe. That's coming up.
That's going to be cool. Conroe where?
I've only got a headline so far, right? So I
Conroe
just wanna,
somewhere in September.
Just putting that out there for
Okay,
everyone to know.
gotcha.
There is a 90s Conroe music event.
That is
coming
really
in
cool.
September
I'm
30th.
excited.
I love the idea. I
Yeah,
can't wait to see what they
for
put
sure.
in there. I mean, he probably won't have anything like Morris Day at the time,
Yeah.
or maybe he will. I don't know.
No telling.
Who knows? But let's see what else we got. There's the Grimes County True Blood Foundation. Did I mention that?
No.
Yeah. The True Blue Foundation is supporting and backing the Blue, of course, and supporting the officers in the Grimes County area. And,
Good.
And
That's awesome.
we wanted to make sure we mentioned August 9th.
Okay.
You can go check out the Grimes County True Blood Foundation banquet. And last year, my friend Buster bought a bunch of guns at this event, rifles and auction.
Good old Buster?
Yeah. So what I'm hoping is that Buster knows I prefer Beretta, and
my gosh.
I love a switch action rifle. Just in case he's like open minded about who would I give this to? And I mean, what should I auction this? Where should I participate? As he's passing all the police guns that are down there. Beretta is one of their favorites. Mm-hmm. So he can always add that to his list of items of preference.
Awesome. Well, Armando, this was fun. I'm always very, very just excited about not only seeing all the fun events that we have. There's so much going on here in Montgomery County. Like it's too much. Sometimes it's just such a long list, but it's exciting to know that our community supports us and there's always entertainment for us.
Right. And there's only one 50th birthday party.
One.
And
when's that date again?
October 14th and 15th at the Waterway Center on
it's Friday,
105
Saturday.
West. That's right. And you'll find that over by Monty's. You can find that Fajita Jack's at Whole Center there, October 14th and 15th.
Okay, well,
please check out either Golakeconroe or Be Local for that information, and you can find some more there. And I'm sure the Waterway Center will be tearing that as soon as they're all ready to share that.
Yes,
That's October. So a lot of the events,
have time.
And folks, we're going to wrap up, but a lot of the events we brought up aren't until October 17th. A lot happens in a quarter. Right. So I would expect changes in band, venue, time, place. All these things are subject to change. Mm-hmm. Ticket pricing, things like that. When we talk about events that are 3-4 months out, so let's give the promoters their opportunity to put these together. Mm-hmm. The sponsors time to gather. The supporters and vendors time to get themselves together and prepare. The musicians to make sure this is the right event that they want to present themselves at as well. But these things are in the works, and a little foreshadowing, a little planning, to be ready for these things.
This is exciting.
I don't want to travel in October because I know there's, end of September, beginning of October, I could hit a couple of the best musicians that Texas has to offer. Going to be right here.
Exactly.
Right, and so many other things. So plan accordingly. Folks, if you have any questions about some of the things we've shown, you can follow it all at Golakeconroe.com, or you can go see it at Facebook.com/TXTicket.
That's right.
And you can see everything we talked about, some of the links. And throughout the week, we'll be sharing those going forward until our next episode comes on. If you'd like to sponsor the Texas Ticket, please check out Facebook.com/TXTicket. You can reach out to us or email our call us there at 409-692-5753. Guys, we'll see you next week, Friday, 1 o'clock, right here. Texas Ticket.